We'll just wait for us.
Okay, so good morning, everybody. My name is DeepakGupta. I am by profession a railway engineer and by education is electrical engineering. I have spent something like 37 years on Indian Railways. After that, I continued to work. For 2 years, I taught at Narsi Monji Institute of Management Studies, MBA students. Then I had a chance to travel to Malaysia. I worked as a specialist consultant for 2 years on railway projects, on 4 years, in fact, for railway projects. I came back in 2012, then for the next about 6 years, I continued to work on World Bank aided projects, the dedicated freight corridor project. And finally, when the COVID struck, everything came to a halt. So after that, now after a gap of some years, I decided to do something which is more useful, like Asha Infinite. I'm quite impressed by the activity which is currently being managed by Meera Raman. We know each other from for a long time while she was staying in this residential complex where we live today. And I cannot help but admire her tenacity and dedication to work, because it is such a large organization she is managing, and yet I can't find any sign of fatigue or tiredness anytime. She is always up, whether it's day or night, 24/7. That's really creditable. And my wife is also actively participating in this. So last time when I had a chance to go to Bangalore, I said, okay, let me also join this organization. So that was as far as my background is concerned. So if it's okay, shall I start the presentation?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for that introduction and the kind words. I think I can take forward this mission only with the help of people like you and Ushaji, who are giving their time and who are so passionate about what I'm doing. Thanks a lot for that. So, yeah, and the bunch of students that we have, they are from different streams and from different backgrounds. So each student just spend maybe 30 seconds introducing yourself. One is your name and your stream, what you're studying currently, and one problem that you may have with regards to presentations, so that we can specifically address that before start. Then I'll have over to Deepak sir. Harshita? Anybody else wants to go ahead first? We shouldn't waste any time. I don't see Harshita here. Himaja, go ahead. Just introduce yourself and talk about if there's any specific problem pertaining to presentation skills. Guys, you have to speak up. Ayush Tayur. Ayukt Tayur. Would you like to say something? Okay.
Ma'am, it's me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Chandrika, who has joined with the Avyuk Tayur ID. I'm traveling, ma'am, so I will not be able to speak. I'm in the car.
Okay, fine. No problem. No problem, Chandrika. Okay, sir, over to you.
All right. So again, friends, this is, as I understand, most of you are familiar with PowerPoint presentation. So I would say I'll just facilitate certain additional skills and certain points that you need to take care of. We all have been doing, we have been rather using PowerPoint presentation. It is something which is pervasive, all pervasive, in corporate offices, in government departments, and there is, I don't think today you can find a person who is not used it, not familiar with it. And particularly the new engineers and even commerce graduates, they're all familiar. I have been using PowerPoint presentation slides throughout, and there are developments, constant improvements taking place. So when we talk of PPT, what is all that goes into it? So first of all, you have to talk about something. You need to present an idea, you need to present a thought, you want to make a case for a project, you want finance, or you want to report the progress of a project. What is it that you want to do? So the first item is preparation. Unless you are fully prepared, unless you have the background material, you won't be able to create a good presentation. So the first is gather all the information. Then you must keep what is relevant, leave out the rest. You want to communicate a particular thought, you got to stick to that particular thought. So you must decide what is the topic. The first thing, what is the topic which will come right in the first slide? How are you going to name it? That should be very eye-catching so that it catches the attention of everybody. Next is, what do you think? How many slides you are going to use? Any presentation which lasts more than 30 minutes tends to lose the audience interest. So that means brevity is very essential. You should not try to tell everything. Leave something to imagination. And then after you have worked out on the number of slides, say 10 to 12, 15, definitely not more than that. If you have a large content and you have 50 slides, you should not put them everything at one go. There is a procedure, there is a method of introducing sections in your PowerPoint. You can cover one section at a time. You can switch between sections, which is the most relevant, you can deal with that. Then content. Most important is content. Let me tell you, if your slides contain lots of text and little supportive graphs, pictures, videos, it becomes boring. So please do understand, limit the text to the minimum. Try to communicate the idea with the help of drawings, charts, objects, photos, etc. And of course, last but not the least, the timekeeping. You must be able to keep time and manage time. There is a need to understand where you are going to present this. That's very important. Is it a big hall, seminar hall? Is it a small classroom situation? Or is it that you're going to upload it on the internet? What all facilities are available at the venue? This must be known to you. It should not be taken by surprise. So, and Who is the audience? Some industry in particular? Are you talking to your own people? Are you inviting them? Are you sending invites? And of course, last but not least, the session must be interactive. You cannot continue to speak while others doze off to sleep. That is very important. So, and of course, what is the structure of your presentation? The structure of the presentation has to be something which contains the title, which contains the main body, has time for questions and answers at the end. That is what it is. Now, that is as far as the preparation part is concerned. Okay, now when we come to actually building a PowerPoint presentation, the structure of the presentation is somewhat like this. Number one is introduce yourself briefly, then introduce the subject. What are you going to talk about? And what is that you're going to say? What is the agenda? All the agenda items that you propose to cover should be in your first slide. You're going to cover financial performance, then it should be clear to the persons that this is what you're going to talk. And the audience should also be ready to listen to you. Are you going to talk about the company's vision? Whatever. The idea is that the people sitting there must know what is it that you want to talk. Then once this is going on, allow people to ask you a question if possible. And there has to be a conclusion. In fact, it is always a good idea to do a recap. A recap is the last slide, which actually tells you what all did you learn? What all did you say briefly? Okay, now, and what are the things that you must be doing? All right, the presentation must be consistent. That means there has to be a design template. And the format has to be simple. Layout has to be simple. It should be designed in a particular way that you don't keep changing between slides, the text, the font, everything needs to be standardized. The color scheme, even the transitions. So how do you do that? So here comes the master slide. Now I want to ask my audience, how many of you are familiar with master slide? Anybody? Can
I
see
don't-
some-
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think they would know, sir.
Don't. Okay, so apparently master slide is something which is a very important concept which seems to have been missed out. So now let me show you on my screen what is a master slide and how to build it. Now you come to view. Can you see the view, the ribbon here? The top is file, then there is home, there is insert, draw, design, transitions, animations, slideshow, record, review, view, and help. Here I have clicked on view. Are you with me? Hey.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay, so now here we come to the slide master. I click on the slide master. So here is the slide already clicked. All right, here is slide master. Now what I do is I click on this, on the slide master. This is my slide master. And Now, having done the slide master, what I need to do is I have to prepare a layout. It's not allowing me to work on this, my screen. I'm sharing my screen, but why can't I work on it? Shall I close this and open another?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I have the slide master with me. Now I have to right click here, write grid lines and guides, so that I know where is the thing, what are the objects, etc. But that doesn't matter, we can do it a little later on. Now what I do is there are insert slide master. We'll look at that a little later. Styles. This is one. We have the color scheme. As we switch, we can see blue, green. Blue, green, shall we select? This is our master slide. And here, when I right click, what I see is edit text, fonts, paragraph, numbering, bullets, format, shape, etc. I can change the layout. So I go to insert layout. There are several layouts possible. Which layout would you like to insert? This layout appears to be one that I have chosen. This is my layout. Now, after that, let us do one thing. Let us decide on the background styles. We will keep it as it is, the colors. Let us keep the blue warm. Blue warm. And fonts. Which font? Arial. Now everything has come to Arial here. This is subtle effects. Transitions. There are several. This is no transition. There's a morph. Is everybody with me? This is fade. Mira, can you confirm that people are with us? Okay, so this is push, the white. The idea is to select a transition which does not slow down our presentation. So one is cover. This probably is more appropriate. So I select this. Then we come to slide master. We have covered the colors. We have covered the effects. Slide size. Standard, let us keep maximize. Now master layout has title, text, date, slide number, footer, okay. Now I need to add a logo. So for that, what I'll do is I'll create a placeholder. This is a placeholder. What I do, I copy this placeholder and I paste it right here. So I have two placeholders now. This outer placeholder, that's the one which we are interested in. And I'm going to shrink it. Bring it to the left top. Here I'm going to insert the logo. Pictures, this device, desktop, pictures. This is the Asha logo. It's too big, so I reduce it. Some here. Okay. Now with this action, we seem to have covered everything more or less. Transition is covered. Insert. Now let's put themes. Now themes are what goes in the back. There are several themes here. Which theme do you want? Which theme do you like? That's something which you choose. Suppose we take this theme. Now you see what has happened. We have the Asha logo on top and we have the background which is like this. Now every slide will have this particular background. It will have the Asha logo and it will have the fonts that we have selected, that is Arial. It will have the effects that we have selected, subtle, and the colors will be blue, warm, let us keep. Now, blue warm is not looking good. So let's go back. Let us blue, green, blue to blue. That is the color that seems appropriate to you. Now, next is that we have done generating our master slide the way it looks. So now it's time to preserve it. Let us preserve this slide. Now you see a pin appearing here. Now this slide will not be lost. Now I will close the master view. And now I can start work. Here I create duplicate slides. What I do is go to the slide sorter and as many duplicates as I need. I come back to this slide. Now this is our slide. One moment. I need to know why the logo is not coming. Slide master. Insert placeholder. It's a picture. So I insert the placeholder here. And I insert the picture now. Now apparently all slides must have, let us see. Yeah, now every slide has the logo. Now I've already saved it and it is now pinned already. Let us see slide master. Yeah, this is our slide master and it is already, yeah, this is our slide master one and it's already pinned and it's slaved. So now with this, we are free to close the slide master view. And now we can start working on it. I think I really need not go into the detail as to how to work your slide. It is just the standard method that you have to continue to do. It gives you a consistent design template. It gives you a format. It tells you about colors. We have used contrasting colors when we clicked on the color badge. Now, as you can see, what do you mean by contrasting colors? My background is blue. So the text is white. Please note this very carefully. When the background is blue and the text is white, whatever you write here will stand out very well. Don't confusing colors at all. Our logo is right here. It will continue to remain like that. Now what we do is we save this first. Save as. And wherever you want to save, let me go to where I want to save. This is PPT. I'll call it Zoom session FRH 14 12 24. Save. Now I have saved my slides also, and I can continue to work on them. Now I'll come to I'll take a revision of what are the most important things that we have to do. Can student, I'm asking some student to kindly come and say something about what they have learned so far. I want someone who will say. Yeah, go ahead. Anybody?
They're all generally very shy to speak, sir. Ravalya, she joined in a little late. Ravalya, would you like to say what you learned till now?
Ma'am, now only I have joined, ma'am.
Okay. Himaja?
Ma'am.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, by this PPT, I have learned how to create slides.
by using a PowerPoint presentation, and how to save the slides, and how to create a duplicate slide, and how to create a font, how to create the logo, etc. I have learned from this one.
That is master slide. I only spoke of master slide so far.
Yeah,
So
master
the
slide.
important thing is before you do actually start creating your PowerPoint, the first job is to create a master slide. And once you have created the master slide, you have got to preserve the slide. Let me write down here steps. So the first is, let me put number here. Create a master slide. Okay. And what all goes in there? You have to layout. You must choose a layout. You must choose colors, scheme. Then what else?
Font.
You have to, yeah, very good. Fonts. And the size of the fonts. What else?
Themes.
Sorry?
Themes, sir.
I didn't get you. What?
Theme, sir.
Theme. Very good. Very good. I am very happy. And then, of course, you have to create a placeholder. Insert is the better word. Placeholder. And then insert logo. If you have a company's logo, insert the placeholder and create a logo. And after that, what do?
We have to create a duplicate slide.
Transition. You have to select what transition you want. That's very important. Let us move this up and let us increase the.
So all this is pretty clear for them, sir. So I think for some of them, this is basics. So if you would like to go to the next step of what are the 10 things that they have to take care of to ensure that their presentation is powerful and engaging.
Yeah, but last point is here that we have got to preserve this slide. This master slide has to be preserved and then you save your work like this. This is the steps for creating a master slides. Some of them have said that they really haven't done the master slide before. That is why. Okay. So now I will talk of something else. Let us say, what's the next? The things that they have to do, something, the things that they should avoid. Let's talk of that. Okay. All right. The do's. We have already covered the first item, that is master slide. We have already covered the colors, contrast, and the background selection, appropriate font design, and we should avoid all caps. Don't try to put too many caps. Just the title comes automatically. Rest inside whatever text you are writing. Let it not be all caps. There is something called 6x6 rule. How many of you have heard of the 6x6 rule, please? Anyone?
You can raise your hand or text or unmute yourself. If not, you can say no.
Okay, I will tell you what's the 6x6 rule. In a text situation, number one, the text should not, the line no more than 6 lines in a slide. In fact, 6 is also too much. And each line should not have more than 6 words. Even this is too much. I would like to restrict myself to only 4 lines. Nothing more than 4. Otherwise, even 3 is the best. Move on to the next and introduce some picture there. That's the idea. Anyway, but the rule is called 6x6 rule. Instead of writing a and the, please don't use a and the. These are avoidable. We need not have articles in the text, a, the, unnecessary. Graphics, whatever graphics you want to use, they should be high quality. Images and shady thing picked up from somewhere which is not visible. No, please avoid such things. Make sure the quality of the graphics is good. Use art. When you are doing this, don't overwhelm the audience with too much of load of graphics, arts, buttons, this, that. No, proceed smoothly. Don't crowd your slides. Okay? Labels. Every particular picture must be labeled. And you can label it. If you have taken the picture of a tree, you can provide a text box, write there trunk, put an arrow, and it becomes labeled. All right? Delivery. When you are delivering your lecture, you must practice. Please practice many times. You can use one of your colleagues who can listen to your delivery and see whether he has any comments to make. Okay? Eye contact. Extremely important. Please maintain eye contact with the audience. Stop looking at your slides. Please do not read your slides. That is the worst thing that you can do. Try to read your bullet points. No, that's not the idea. Once you have switched on to a new slide, look at your slide, see what are the bullet points. Now face the audience and try to be directly in contact with the audience. That's very important. Then what? Navigate through the slides, not necessarily next slide, you can go back. If there is a point which comes up, you should be able to go back, navigate. All right, that is the interactive navigation form. Then put only essential informations. What is required, only that. No, don'ts. What are the things which can be avoided? I already said do not read from the slide. Do not crowd out. Do not crowd your slides. And once you are done, there must be a recap. You must be able to recap and leave the end to a question answer session. Now, that's all that I have to say. There are many other things. There are so many tools which will be uploaded into your learning management system. My slides, I have put already 3. I'm working to create one more where advanced animation and transitions will come. Ira asked me to examine whether some AI tool can be used. So one AI tool which I've found very interesting is Microsoft Copilot. Has anybody used Microsoft Copilot? if you have not used Copilot, kindly study Copilot, download it, and start sending prompts. The examples are also available. How far it is helpful is, of course, is a matter of debate. It's still under development. So that is all that I had to say to conclude. I would say that this was just an introductory session. And I suppose when there is some more interaction with the students here, I would invite any more questions.
Okay. Harshita, Himaja, Ravalya, you have any doubts, any questions, any specific point you want to be highlighted? Please come forward. Okay, some of them are texting.
Okay, I can't see that.
Okay, so there's nothing actually. So,
All right, then we can close this session in that case if there is nothing else.
okay. Okay, sir. Thank you. Sorry
Thank
that our students are not as responsive as we would like them to be. They are all, I think, still a lot of hesitation and need to open up a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, but thanks for your session. And like you said, we'll upload all the 3 videos that you've created, and this recorded session will also be uploaded. And we'll have another session sometime. Hopefully, we'll do something advanced, and by that time, they gear up with whatever we have already taught them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.